Hi everyone, I'm Esther McMorris from 9 Feet Tall, and today I'm joined by Antonia James from VWV. She's Director of Client Relations, and we're going to be talking about the virtual client experience. Now, you've recently launched VWV Plus. It'd be really great to find out a little bit more about that, and also why it was so important to launch that now.
Thanks, Esther. Yeah, so VWV Plus is a subsidiary of Villworsborough Vizards LLP, and it came about because we're on a mission to try and empower our clients to manage their legal requirements. And we've done this by listening to our clients and then collaborating to develop and provide online tools, all driven by the leading lawyers of VWV, to help add value and solve legal pain points. So we work really, really closely with our lawyers, and we're looking to build, develop and maintain the products. And we're hoping that that will help enhance the support that we can give our clients, and where possible enable a bit of self-service as well, enabling them to meet their legal requirements. And each product we're aiming to price in a really simple way, as I say, aiming to provide choice and flexibility and make them as accessible as possible. You asked why now? Great question. So we started investing in digital products and tools for our schools clients about 3 or 4 years ago, and we've learned a huge amount in that process. And then the pandemic hit, and it really highlighted the need for us to broaden our offering to a wider client base and support them in particular in an increasingly virtual world that we're all living in. So actually that's when we engaged 9 Feet Tall to help us project manage the delivery of 2 products, e-learning solutions and policy tracker. So we started conversations late summer, I think, and worked together throughout the autumn and winter. And then we went live in early 2021, and feedback so far has been really positive, both from existing clients and a few new clients to VWV Plus already. As well as other people coming forwards looking to develop new products. So lots of collaboration potential, which is great.
Good, really nice to hear that. So, and I'm glad it's landing well. Saying that, I know projects are never seamless and never that easy. So I'm sure there's been some challenges along the way as well. Are you able to share that with us and what you've done to overcome those?
Yeah, there've been lots of challenges. Three to share though, probably. The first would be trying to manage a project like this alongside protecting and defending and not distracting from business as usual. Obviously, I don't know a single business that hasn't been affected by the pandemic, either good or bad. And really, how do we overcome that? Well, that's when we decided to outsource and engage with your team at 9 Feet Tall to help ensure that that implementation could carry on and would be achieved whilst not distracting from BAU. The second I would suggest would be ensuring that my VWV colleagues were on board and that they understood the new ways of working and the way in which they could help support their clients. So we were encouraging them to think creatively with new product development opportunities, all aligned to working from home, working in different ways. So that was quite challenging. The way we did it, we used different tactics to communicate with them. So I did quite a lot by video. We created informal meetings where it was safe for colleagues to sort of drop in and ask any questions, but also so they could have demos of the features and benefits and the broader understanding of what we could offer together under VWV Plus. And then the third one was a lovely challenge to have. All of that meant that we had a huge amount of enthusiasm and several new product ideas for development. And I needed to sort of take a step back and think, how can I ensure that we prioritise, we don't delay the launch, but we manage expectations whilst not dampening enthusiasm. So we agreed to focus on our existing clients first and foremost and launch with a core offering. And then we can build it out in a more controlled way over time.
Good, and it's interesting. I think certainly the engagement of team and people, I mean, we see that very often. That's a critical success factor, and phasing it and getting buy-in and then building from that does really help accelerate delivery as well. Okay, that's interesting. And have you, it's live now and you said you've got customers. Have you had any feedback, and what do you think the key benefits are for your clients?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the LLP provides the expert legal advice to our clients, and often they're saying to us, well, that's great, but actually what they really would value is further support in the implementation and then the ongoing management of that advice. And that's where VWV Plus comes in. So we use technology to help aid that implementation, the delivery and the reporting and auditing processes that go alongside it. So we've taken a very client-centric approach to product development. We have a number of pilot clients and early adopter clients, and they work with us in the product development so that we don't make assumptions, but we can also be confident that we're going to add real value whilst offering peace of mind to them, that they're aligned to not only best practice, but also that they're going to meet legislative requirements. So each product has its own features and benefits, and we're aiming to bring them to life through the use of video. But ultimately, our USP is that our products are driven and maintained by VWV's leading lawyers, and our clients, both old and new to VWV Plus, have already told us that that's offering them real peace of mind.
No, good. And I think, as we know, it's changed. The pandemic has changed ways of working, has changed the client experience, and I'm sure it's changed for VWV. What do you think the key changes are? And I guess very much so looking forward, what's going to be next, and where are you looking ahead?
Yeah, a huge amount of change for all of us. I mean, I think personally it's completely reshaped the client journey, right from lead generation through to the closure of matters. I think the client experience is more important than ever. Our clients are changing their behaviours and they're seeking choice in the way that they engage with us. So things like speed of response, accessibility, data security, ease of file sharing, they all appear much higher on our clients' agendas than perhaps they did before. So I think the ways in which we communicate have changed, and we need to work hard to then manage expectations for turnaround times. In terms of how it's going to change going forward, so I think we'd all like to know the answer to that.
Magical,
Exactly, and when. I think as we come out of lockdown, I'm sure there's going to be an initial desire to meet in person again, but perhaps maybe not the way that we used to. I think we've got to know colleagues and clients in a much more personal way over the last 12 months. We've been zooming into kitchens or gardens. We've met pets and family members, and I think that's helped to build a strength in relationships in a more sort of informal way. But I think certainly at VWV, we're really keen to retain the positive elements of lockdown, so less paper, more digital engagement, elements of self-service, the time and cost associated to saving on travel. So I think we need to balance all of that with building back the value of developing relationships in person and all the positives that brings. So I think strong communication and use of, for us, tailored client portals. There's no one size fits all. And just keeping our clients informed, I think, is going to be really, really important. So I think, the old days where clients would visit offices regularly and expect them to be full of lawyers, I predict that will change. Offices will be used as a great place to collaborate when in person is really needed. But ultimately, I think we need to keep adding value by listening and then responding to what our clients are asking of us.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's been some really useful insight. It's great to find out more about VWV Plus and also your thoughts on the future ahead. And I think it sounds like, there's a great client experience there already with lots of further potential for the future as well. So thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone, for listening and have a great rest of the week. Thanks.
Thank you.